How's it going, guys? This is Mark with AtTech. In this video, we're going to be checking out some clear cases for the iPad Pro and the Apple Watch. These are both very cheap budget cases, so are they any good and are they worth you picking up? In this video, we'll check that out. So first off, we'll take a look at the Apple Watch cases. Now, these are available for any model, but I have the 44mm variant right here. In the pack, it comes with two of them. It's around $8 for other sizes, but when I got mine, they were a little under $5, so it's a pretty good deal. The case itself is made out of silicone and TPU material. It's rubbery feeling. The front of the screen is a little bit harder, but still very bendable, and it's very, very thin on the sides. Almost so thin, in fact, that it might actually break if you stretch it too much. Now, these are not actually completely clear, unlike some iPhone cases. These actually have little dotted lines and patterns on the inside. It gives a little bit of a grip and texture on the inside on your screen, but it also affects how it is when you're viewing it. There's little dots all over the place in the screen, and it's a little distracting, especially because it's kind of hard to install this case. You're probably going to get fingerprints and dust during the installation process. I made sure that everything was completely clean when I installed this case, and by the time I was done installing it, it was very dirty. So you need to have a lot of patience when installing this to make sure that you don't get any fingerprints and dirt all over the place. Installation is kind of hard. It's a little bit tough, but once you get it on, it's a very nice and tight seal. It covers the side button, and it's a little bit hard pressed, but it's okay. The digital crown is exposed, so you may scratch that a little bit still. There's an opening for the microphone and speaker, a little bit larger than I would have liked to, because you may also be able to scratch that. But for the most part, it's fairly well covered. I'd have to say that either way, this is a great option. As you can see right here, I have two Apple Watches that are all victims of me bashing it against the wall. This one down here, I smacked into a metal door and it completely chipped the bottom of it. This one right here, this poor one's been dragged against a railing and a wall. It's a stainless steel model, which is even worse because it looks completely scratched up. And even my 44mm one that I haven't even had for a year is already pretty trashed. So definitely one of these would help if you don't mind the extra bulk. You have to get used to it. It's a little thicker. It's also a little bit harder to put the bands on, especially one like the Sport Loop, which is thicker at one point than the other. It's not as easy to put on and off. And also the button, while it is covered, they do give you a little button to press on the actual case. It's harder to release the band, but it still works. Now let's talk about this iPad case. Now this comes in at $10.99 and is available for the jumbo 12.9-inch new iPad Pro, the 2018 model, the one with no home button. This one, unlike the Apple Watch case, is completely clear. There's no design, no pattern, nothing. It looks amazing and it feels pretty nice as well. It does get a little greasy and fingerprinted, but of course that's to be expected. Now, I have a couple of issues with this iPad case, which is probably a deal breaker and you probably shouldn't get it. First of all, it's a tight fit, not a big issue. It's hard to get on and off, but it's a very nice tight seal. It has perfect cutouts for all of your speakers, buttons, microphones. Everything you need is perfectly cut out, so nothing is covered at all. Now that's all good, but the hard part is actually pressing these buttons. My very biggest issue with this is that the buttons just don't click. I did not know if these buttons were actually pressing or not. You have to put a ton of force into pressing these buttons. At first I was suspecting they weren't actually pressing at all. I thought there was something wrong with the case, but you just really have to lay on these buttons in order to get them to do anything. They're probably the worst buttons I've seen in a case. Now the Apple Pencil functionality is kind of cool. The case actually covers the magnetic section to protect that side of the iPad, but it claims to still work with the Apple Pencil. And as you can see right here, got our Apple Pencil and it magnetically snaps there, even though there's a physical barrier between the Apple Pencil and the iPad. Now they say it will charge, but it doesn't. I tried, and with traditional placement on here, it doesn't actually charge. Now I have been able to get it to charge by doing this. You flip it upside down this way, and then you squeeze the Apple Pencil onto the iPad, and then it just started charging right now. That's how you get it to charge. Not many people are going to do that. So if you don't have an Apple Pencil, this is a good case. If you do, probably stay away from this one. But either way, it is nice having this cutout for the Apple Pencil. Sometimes I had issues lining it up this way. There's a little indent. You know exactly where to put the Apple Pencil. It's pretty nice, but it doesn't really charge. So that's not very good. So overall, this iPad Pro case looks cool. It feels great. It fits great. It even has a lip on the front to protect the screen, but the Apple Pencil does not charge, or at least very easily, and the buttons are trash. So probably don't get this. This Apple Watch case is pretty cool, other than the fact that it gets really dirty and the dots on the screen are kind of annoying. But if it's nice, it protects it well, and it's pretty cheap. So there you go, a review on this Apple Watch case and this iPad Pro case. Links will be down below if you want to learn more or pick one up. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with AtTech, and I will see you in the next one.